Well, hello Sagittarius, this is Joe, and I'm going to do a quick check-in for the remainder of July for you, the 19th through the 31st. This is a general intuitive reading. It's not going to be for everybody, it just possibly can't be. So if it's not, that's okay. Just check back another time, and there maybe will be another message for you on another day. So I'm just going to kind of get into it. We're going to just do a general kind of reading and see what's going on with some of you and see if there's anything that brings you clarity and understanding. I'm going to work with the Dreaming Way Tarot. I've already kind of shuffled it, and I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to pull the cards in a second. But first, I want one oracle card here for a focus. Ooh, regeneration. Nice, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you guys are really good at kind of refocusing yourself and like kind of starting over, reinventing yourself. I see that with a lot of Sagittarius. So that's my daughter. My 20-year-old daughter is a Sagittarius, and she's very much like that. You know, this is the second time this card has come out. It's the solar plexus chakra, and that's your energy card. And I think this is just saying to focus your energy on the solar plexus. Whatever intuitively you feel, maybe you need to do. I don't want to spend all the time in this that we have with this, focusing on this, but you know, maybe do a little research and reading on the solar plexus if you're not really familiar with that. And this, I think, is really about clearing that part of you out and opening yourself up. So anyway, that's kind of what comes out with that. And then we do have regeneration. So I think some of you maybe are on the road to like reinvention or recreation of self. So you have the Six of Pentacles, and I'm going to pull all the cards. You have the Seven of Pentacles, and then we're going to get into the message that I intuitively feel is coming forward for you. You have the Two of Swords, Eight of Wands. I'm going to scoot these down so we can get them all in. Sometimes when I do this, I tend to be a little absent-minded and forget to get all the cards in because I just get very much into the reading. Knight of Swords. And keep in mind that, you know, I read cards intuitively first before I rely on the base meaning of the card. It's just the only way that I feel like I can do a reading. It's just my style. And everybody has their own style. You have a lot of fire in this reading, Sagittarius. And I think this is, again, a lot about that reinvention. Four of Wands. Look at that. And bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. So, moving on. Hiatus, going somewhere. This is basically the time frame that surrounds the 19th through the 31st. I think this is a much bigger boundary than this specific time frame of the 19th through the 31st. And keep in mind, it's not an exact template, but this is kind of encompasses that on a much bigger territory. So this is, you know, this is just kind of actually physically walking away or moving away from someone or something that you eventually get to the point where you know that whether it's like all hope is lost with the situation, and that's not necessarily what it is, or just knowing when to just when something isn't for you and it's time to move on from whatever that was that wasn't really serving you or for your highest good anymore. So I do see kind of this Six of Swords as being this overall overreaching theme of really just starting over. It's really the feeling that I get. And you do have regeneration here. So I think regeneration pretty much goes with that. I think this is about taking what's left and tapping into the good around you, and you know, nurturing yourself, and you know, growing some new branches, some new leaves, bearing some new fruit. It's a focus on a new you and a new direction, and I see that's kind of how this is playing out here. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to try and just go through this as quickly as possible, and we'll see what's happening. You have the Six of Pentacles for the kind of overall situation for this little time frame here, and this is about that giving and receiving. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles in your recent past. So to me, intuitively, I feel like in your past you were a giver. I think maybe you were giving more to a situation than you should have, or you were maybe being taken advantage of, and somebody is playing the being in need kind of victim. That's just kind of the word that came across, and kind of falling for that. And I see this as kind of like a repetitive cycle that maybe you're stuck in with somebody. So somebody might have drained you quite literally with your material kind of possessions. It could be possessions, it could be money, it could be anything of the material. I feel like there was more giving, and there was also more giving of the heart in this too. Is the way I see it. And so I see this as in the past that your lot or your abundance really got to the point where there was more going out of your pockets than coming in this situation. And I think it became a very, very big drain. And I think this maybe had caused a rift between you and this person, or there was just a falling out, and it was time to move on and get away from this. And you may have suffered some financial losses in this, or some material setbacks. And that's just kind of the way I see this. You have the Four of Wands crossing you. This is your challenge. And you know, the Four of Wands can a lot of times be about marriage. So this could be with an ex-partner or a current partner. But I see the Four of Wands is really just about foundations. And so this could have really have shooken your foundation. And so this could be your challenges, shoring up your foundations, or walking away from what is left standing, and really putting roots somewhere else. And that's this regeneration. This kind of just pops out at me. So you might be trying to just put in a whole new set of footings here and a whole new foundation, because what is left you really just had to distance yourself from and walk away. So that's kind of how I see, Sagittarius, where you've been in the past. And I think you're in this bigger picture of the Six of Swords. You're really just taking with you what's important, and just getting away from a situation, whether this is a physical distance or a figurative distance. Nonetheless, it's still a distance from the situation, and that's kind of what comes through. So we have here, you know, the Eight of Wands here. And this is like, this is to me that movement. You're in this energy now, the Six of Swords, and that's because that decision, this might have been a very quick decision to really just move away from the situation, to get the heck out of there and just get on with it, because really there was nothing left to take or ruin. Everything, it feels like to me, was turned upside down. And so this represents that quick decision to really move away from the situation. And so that's why you're kind of at where you're at now, and really just wanting to rebuild and kind of regenerate things, pick up the pieces and move on. You have the Two of Swords here. And really this to me is saying that, you know, you have some decisions you're not sure about. You have some choices you have to make, and you're hesitant. But I think that to me in this, you know, the blindfold can very easily be taken off by you. I think you just have to make a decision. And I think whatever decision you make is going to be the best decision for you at that time. But I see like a hesitation or being indecisive about making a decision to move forward, to continue on. You might be a little hesitant, not sure which choice, which option, which way to go completely. This to me was just like a get the heck out of there and figure it out as I go. You have the Seven of Wands in front of you, and this, you know, this is about a little bit of conflict. This is about the battle, but I think this is about the battle being over with. This is the remnants of that. This is coming out on top, because I think you made the decision to do the best thing for you. And so you're not in the thick of a battle. You've kind of been through it, and anything that's kind of lagging in this situation, you're really just doing away with it, and you're getting out of that. And this is, you know, a little bit of being wounded at the same time, but surviving that and persevering and coming out again on top. You have the Knight of Swords here. This is very fast. This is very quick decisions, quick thinking. To me, this is your asset. This is your biggest strength right now. You're able to make those quick decisions and choices and quick moves. I think that your quick movement in the past has got you out of a situation, and this worry about not sure what to do. You're not sure what option or path you want to take. for the long term, but I see that you really do have the ability to make these quick decisions. You can do it, and I don't think that there really is a wrong choice for you here. I think you're able to act under stress and on your feet and under pressure, and I think this is going to I think this is just going to carry you through. And I think you do get the new start, and we'll get down to that in a minute. But you have the Page of Wands, and this is influencing you. This is what's around you, and this Page of Wands to me is really, I think this represents a twofold kind of meaning here. I see this as somebody that is encouraging you, but I also see this as you being a bit of a loner, and I think you're maybe kind of in protection mode, but I think you do have some people encouraging you and supporting you, but I think you're just choosing to kind of be a bit of a loner right now, and to just kind of get through things and focus. And so I see, though, that this to me also means that I think some people want to lend you some support in some way. And I think that this saying to be open to that. Intuitively, this is just what comes through, this feeling that somebody wants to reach out and help you and lend you some support. But I also see you wanting to just be solo and just get through this on your own. Self-reliance is the way I see this. And you have the King of Wands here. This is really what you want. I think you want to just be in your power. I think you just really do want to be alone for a while. And I see this as really what you want. You just want some solitude. I think that this is kind of your biggest, best idea for yourself right now is just to spend some time working on yourself, working on your next steps, and really getting to a point of clarity, command, and control in your life, and to feeling like you're back completely in control of things to the best of your ability. And finally, Sagittarius, we have the Two of Wands here. To me, this is finally formulating a new vision, and really this Two of Swords, this kind of blindness, becomes the Two of Wands. You end up with the clarity going into August, and that clarity really gives you a new vision, a new direction. And so it really gives you something to work toward coming up, going into the month of August, and eventually carrying into fall. I think this is a long-term vision and plan for yourself. And I think you know that intuitively on your own, you got to just kind of carry forward by yourself right now and work on things by yourself. I think you don't have the desire right now to really get all entangled up with somebody, especially with the way this energy all feels to me. So Sagittarius, I'm going to say you do have a good outcome. There's some stuff to get through, but it isn't too bad. You've been through the worst of it, and so I think you're going to be okay. And so if this resonates with you, and it's not going to, again, for everybody, you'll know if it's for you. I'm going to ask that you leave me a thumbs up. Also, if you want the opportunity to win a copy of the Light Seers Tarot at the end of July, if you're a subscriber, just let me know you're subscribed. I'll include you in the drawing. If you're not a subscriber, just hit that subscribe button. Let me know that you did, and I will include you. And we're going to wrap it up, Sagittarius. I want you to have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.